Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to another episode here of the Top 5 Seed series. Today we got an assortment. There's no real theme, so if you're on the seed hunt, if you are an active seed hunter, stick around and enjoy. Let's get into seed number 1. I'm hiding in grass. Now, coming in at seed number 1, you're going to spawn into this beautiful, beautiful mountain range. Now, this is actually a savanna desert mountain range, so you're going to have some pretty interesting terrain generation. Now, directly next to your spawn, you're going to find yourself a tranquil little village. It's nothing crazy, it's nothing insane, but it is a village right off your spawn point. Now, if we head to the other side of the spawn point, you're going to find yourself a pillager outpost. Now, again, pillager outpost, you're going to spawn in with some allays, you're going to get some loot, and then say the loot wasn't enough for you. You want a little bit more than the world has to offer. What you're going to want to do is head a few hundred blocks in, I'd say probably the northeast area, where you're gonna find the second village. Now, this is a little bit bigger of a village, but it's there, so enjoy. Now, coming in at seed number 2, this seed almost needs zero explanation. You can tell by your spawn point. You spawn in next to a beautiful mountain range. Now, you're practically looking at a pillager outpost with a cool mountain range behind it, but then when you turn around, you have this absolute stunner of a mountain range. Now, that being said, you're going to spawn in with the LAs, you're going to spawn in with a beautiful mountain range, but this seed also has one of the new mangrove biomes directly off of spawn, as a small one, and then a very, very, very large one. So you're going to be able to get mud, you're going to be able to get frogs, pillagers, allays. Now, let's say you want a little more danger in your life. This wasn't actually good enough for you. You know, you are a person of danger. You like to die. Well, just off your spawn point behind a mountain range, you're going to find a second pillager outpost where you're going to be able to go and try to die there. So, that being said, to kind of give you the summary, 2 pillager outposts, a beautiful mountain range, and a giant mangrove biome, all off your spawn point. Alrighty, this seed, just like the last, is actually going to spawn you in what I like to call the danger zone. You're going to spawn in directly next to a pillager outpost where you're probably going to get wrecked a couple times before you manage to make it away. Now, if you do make it away from this pillager outpost, head just a few hundred blocks away from your spawn location, where you're going to find a very, very beautiful shattered savanna biome. Now, what's really interesting about this shattered savanna biome is the fact that it's not actually connected. You have a mountain range fully floating in the air with no context whatsoever. It's just floating there. Now, again, same similarity to the last seed, you're going to have a mangrove biome. Now, this one is truly massive. I can't really put it in scale, the size of it on the video, so maybe I'll pop something up on the screen to make it happen. I don't know. I haven't edited it yet, but you have this really, really interesting mountain range. You have a giant mangrove biome, and then you have what I like to call the lost ship. Directly in the middle of a river of this mangrove biome, you're gonna find yourself a shipwreck where it looks like they tried to make themselves down a river, they were heading into the mangrove biome, and they crashed. So it gives a little bit of a storyline to Minecraft, and I thought it was really cool. It gives the story. I like it. Now, coming in at seed number 4, we have quite a beautiful seed. This seed is going to spawn you directly in the middle of kind of a variety of things. First of all, you're going to have a beautiful mountain range. You're going to have absolute stunner mountain range, but that's not the only one you're going to have. You're going to have actually roughly 3 or 4 that look really, really interesting. You know, the cool ones are up on your screen right now. So that is what's completely surrounding your spawn point. Now, to add a little bit of spice to the seed, we're going to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 villages off of your spawn point. So just a little bit of walking, you're going to be able to get to one of these absolute fantastic villages. Now, to make things even cooler, next to one of the villages, just over a little bit of a snowy area, you're going to find yourself a pillager outpost. So if you wanted to build a raid farm, that's almost a perfect spot to be able to get the bad omen effect. You have villagers, you have everything you need to make a raid farm right off the bat. So, like 7 villages, 7 villages off your bat is not a bad spawn point with some beautiful mountains. I think you're off to a good start on this one. Now, coming in at seed number 5, it's got a few less features than seed number 4, but let's be honest, take a look behind me, they're pretty amazing. Now, we're going to start out with your spawn point village. Obviously, your spawn point village is this absolute amazing village that has kind of dug itself into the ground, and it goes pretty deep, but that's not as deep as village number 2, where if we head over to the village, now all the coordinates are in the chunk-based link description, obviously, but if we head over to the second village, you're gonna find that this village actually makes itself down to deep slate. Now, just a few blocks, it's nothing crazy, but a part of the village is in the deep slate. Now, let's keep going into the mountain range. As you can see, directly next to your spawn point, you're gonna find a beautiful mountain. Now, this mountain is pretty hollow. It's a pretty terrain generation-y, so you're gonna have plenty of time to, explore. Like I said, there's not many features right off the bat, but the ones you have are freaking awesome. Now, there is a third village that'll be up on the screen. It is what it is. It's just a casual village thrown in there, but I'm pretty sure the 2 villages plus the mountain make this seed pretty freaking epic. That's just my opinion, though. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Top 5 Seed series. Now, if you were wondering why there were no coordinates up on the screen, it's because the chunk-based link is actually in your description. So in my description, the description of this video, so if you click the chunk-based link, you'll actually have exactly what I see when I'm making these videos. So you can kind of follow along and maybe keep the surprise element in finding everything. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, you guys noticed that I made this video in a different style. Let me know if you liked it in the comments below, and if you did, leave it a like, and, the fun YouTuber things, even though YouTube, I don't know if it cares or not, but if you guys like the new style, leave it a like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.